it always starts slow, it always starts with a smaller problem.
Like a migraine.
Like a migraine, or like
Constipation,
PCOD. So if we ignore these problems, if we don't treat the root cause of these problems, then they can become bigger problems like autoimmunity.
Yeah.
From my personal experience, that's how it started for me. I got migraine, I got PCOD, I got frequent stomach infections, and I never treated the root cause. I always treated the symptoms. And then
didn't you have like 2 autoimmune diseases? Graves' disease also?
Yes.
So that came before the MS, right?
That came before multiple sclerosis. So when you ignore these small problems, then your health can become worse, and it can go towards an autoimmune disease. Because why? So because the problem behind these small health issues, supposedly small health issues like PCOD or digestive problems, is same as an autoimmune condition. It's pathogens, viruses and bacteria.
The pathology is the same. So you know what, if you get a blood test early enough and get it analyzed by a functional blood chemistry analyst, which Trusha is, so the difference between a functional blood chemistry analysis and a normal blood chemistry analysis is that in the functional blood chemistry analysis, it's compared to the ranges of healthy people, while in the normal blood chemistry analysis, it's compared to the ranges given by the lab randomly. The lab makes your ranges randomly and says it's normal. But nobody has really studied a healthy person except the functional blood chemistry analysts, and that's what they've done. They know what the functional healthy ranges are. So then they'll catch your problem.
Yeah.
Only a functional blood chemistry analyst can catch a problem early.
Yeah.
Otherwise symptoms, when you have these symptoms, get your blood analyzed by a functional blood chemistry analyst, and that's called preempting your autoimmune, and you can save yourself at that point.
Yeah, because no disease happens overnight. So if one day you come to know that you have got diabetes, it has not happened overnight. It has built up over a few years, and in fact some decades. So in functional blood chemistry analysis, when we see the healthy ranges of people, blood ranges for healthy people, they are much narrower. So you can find out, when the disease is just starting, you can find this out from a functional analysis.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's how.
Example of your of the functional ranges where somebody would be under normal range, and we found that they were actually not normal. Even though they were in the normal range, they were not healthy.
So I think one of the most important things that we always consider is liver parameters, the liver enzymes, SGPT and SGOT. Now, the normal ranges, if you see the lab ranges for these parameters are 0 to 50. But functional ranges for these parameters are 10 to 30. So when you cross 30, and your value is falling between 30 and 50, understand that your liver is already congested. It's already under a burden. There is already toxic load. There is already a much big viral load that your liver is struggling to handle, and that's why your liver enzymes are out of range. So
there are many like this, because for example, if your RDW is over 12.5, it means you have a B12 deficiency. But most people, most labs say it's okay up to 15. So a person could be walking about with a cellular B12 deficiency and wouldn't be diagnosed because they'll see that his serum B12 is okay. But they don't understand that a cellular B12, so the person could be suffering from anything from aches and pains to depression to stress, to a whole lot of things which go undiagnosed, and it's and they won't be detoxing without B12, so they're actually setting themselves up for an autoimmune disease. So if you want any of these ranges checked, you can always get in touch with us. We'll be happy to help you out. So vaccines have a lot of heavy metals in them, most of them. And these heavy metals are cofactors in creating autoimmune disorders. In fact, many autoimmune things like psoriasis is usually from heavy metals. and it's an autoimmune skin condition. So getting a vaccine when you're a kid, and if your liver is already congested, or if you have a B12 deficiency, or if you got an MTHFR gene deficiency or something like that, then you'll not be able to detox those heavy metals. They sit inside your body and they create problems. And sometimes even the viruses themselves, they say they're not active viruses, but they're going to produce antibodies to the viruses. This is not an exact science. It may not always work out like we planned. So for some people, they made like it's like a lottery. Okay, so if you hit the jackpot, then you're going to be very, very sick. Like some one in maybe 1,000 is going to get very badly affected by vaccine. So I'm not too sure whether vaccines themselves are the cause of autoimmune diseases, but this is definitely a co-factor. Leaky gut, when I first heard this word, and even my functional medicine doctor told me I have leaky gut and that's the problem. I felt like I had been diagnosed, But then when I came to think about it, I didn't know what it is. So then she made her fingers like this and said, the villi in your intestine, they're getting open like this and things are just going through. I'm like, why am my villi getting opened and leaky? What's going on? And wouldn't I have sepsis if these things go opened, and if bacteria and viruses got into my body through the intestine, wouldn't I have sepsis? Yeah. So actually your villi don't open like this. Okay, so next time your doctor makes the hands like this, tell them put your hands down, because that's not exactly what leaky gut is. Leaky gut is an irritability caused in your gut by the presence of certain bacteria that produce ammonia gas, and this ammonia gas is very irritating for the gut. And not only that, it can penetrate through. Ammonia gas can pass through anything, including your bones. So most of the time they go and they irritate some nerve inside. So it creates constipation. If that nerve is related to peristalsis, like the vagus nerve or something, then you might have constipation. You can have a bad reaction to certain kinds of foods. You can eat dal and get gas. You can eat something, you can also develop a whole lot of other related stomach problems, including appendicitis, if you have the bad pathogenic bacteria in your intestine growing. And guess why they grow? 2 reasons. One is stress. Second is diet. Our lives have become toxic now. What do we do, right? So we get a lot of questions like this from people when we tell them, you should leave dairy and you should leave meat, then you'll be better. Aren't vegetables also toxic? What about fruits? They're sprayed 14 times. So what we have to do is mitigate the risks. Definitely eating fruits even with your toxins and spray. And you can put your fruit in a solution of water, which is like 10% by weight salt and 90% water. Okay, that kind of solution. So you can take like 900 ml of water and add about 100 grams of salt to it, and in that mixture you can put your produce and leave it for 15 minutes. A lot of the toxins and the pesticides go out in that, and then peel your fruit and eat. So then, or you peel your vegetables and eat, peel your cucumbers and make a salad, like that. So that way you can mitigate the risks of pesticides and toxins. And it's very easy. It's now very easy with so many online shops. We can get toxin-free home healthcare products and home care products and washing products. We wash our clothes with toxin-free products. So these things are very much available now. So we can mitigate the risk. Now things are of course getting worse in the world. So yes, please take up some kind of activism. And if you see people throwing plastic here and there, ask them to stop. I mean, we are polluting the earth. I live in Himachal Pradesh, with beautiful rivers, into which even the locals, forget the tourists, even the locals call it nala, and they throw things into the nala. And then it's now all clogged up. Near Shimla, we had a river of plastic. So toxins, and then everybody is using pesticides because they have been taught. They haven't learned how to grow produce without using pesticides. So it's not like it's not possible. It's definitely possible. Sikkim went organic. Why can't the whole of India go organic? It's a political question what you've asked. If there's a political will, then we can stop this thing.
Even the so many makeup products, cosmetics that women are using are full of toxins.
Yes.
So yeah, it's
Yeah. Nowadays, men like me use about 25 products and women use about 45
yeah.
or something like that.
So we need to think about this, that we have been told we'll look more beautiful if we use these products, but these products are filling our bodies with toxins. So we have to make a choice.
Yeah, and actually, it's going to affect your skin too. So
Yeah,
the beauty is not going to last either. So
Yeah.
we should switch over to non-toxic stuff. And definitely, when somebody comes to us with an autoimmune problem, we give them a list of products that they have to avoid.
Yeah.
We do a thorough audit, and it's really heartbreaking for them. What about this perfume? Can't I use this? No, you can't use it if you want to get better.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So proteins, yes, this question we always get asked. What about proteins? So the thing is that all protein comes from plants. Even the animals that people eat for protein are in the end eating plants to make their muscles, right? Whether it's a sheep or it's chicken, they are eating plant foods, and that's how they are getting their muscles.
Well, people don't understand that muscle mass is because of a hormone called testosterone. It's not really because of protein.
Yeah.
So if you got the hormone called testosterone, your brain will command your body to produce more muscle mass. It's just as simple as that. And you produce more testosterone when you're not stressed and when you sleep early.
And also vitamin B12, actually it gets produced in your own gut with the help of good bacteria.
Yeah, in the ileum.
In the ileum, yeah.
So vitamin B12 also we can produce in our body if we have the right kind of bacteria. So there are certain foods you can eat to produce the kind of bacteria, but it's also very easy to just supplement vitamin B12. You just take one pill in the morning and you're done.
Yeah. Because we get so many people on meat diet coming to us who are on meat diet, and even they are deficient in vitamin B12 and folate.
Just like I said, if your RDW is below anything above 12.5, you're deficient in B12. So easy. Take your CBC and check your RDW width.
So we can get all amino acids from plant foods, right?
A potato has all the amino acids that you need. All the 9 essential amino acids are there. And potato, quinoa, there's no meat that has all the 9 amino acids, by the way. So you can eat a combination of rice and beans, any beans like rajma. You can have rajma and rice and get all your 9 amino acids, really. I have been building my body on just amino acids, and I don't have any less muscle mass because of that. I'm 42 now, but I can lift my body weight over my head, So yeah, it has nothing to do fitness, and there are lots of vegan athletes and performers. I mean, vegans have left no doubt that there's no problem.
There are a lot of vegan bodybuilders.
One YouTube search can prove that you don't really need to eat. Word on supplements, you don't really need any kind of supplements unless you're sick. But if you're sick, you do need supplements to some extent. Everything that you get can be gotten from food, of course. I totally believe in this. The only supplement that I take is B12 because that's not easily available in vegan food, and I don't want to get deficient in that. That's the only supplement I take. I don't take any other supplements. And the quality of supplements, you've got to be careful because even sometimes when you pay a lot for supplements, they may have harmful things in them. So if you have a little experience, you can know which are the cancer causing things in them, which are the things that cause other kinds of diseases. There are a lot of people who feel a lot better when they stop their multivitamins and other supplements because they have so many things in there. PEG and a whole lot
fillers
of
and
colors
and sugar.
Yeah, and those capsules, they look like plastic to me.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Gelatin.
Gelatin, yeah. Which is not good for you.